Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning. It's August 20th, and I'm Rachel. I'm gardening for butterflies and for myself on the Alabama Gulf Coast in Zone 9A. And today it is 80 degrees right now at this moment, 7 o'clock. It's supposed to get up to about 94, so it's been super hot and dry. In fact, I think this is either the third or maybe even the fourth week, I've lost count, that we don't have any rain in the forecast at all. So we have not had any rain. We had like a random shower maybe a week and a half ago. It wasn't even long. It was like less than 5 minutes, and it just kind of skirted past us. So it's been very hot and dry. But on Wednesday, the humidity, there was like a break in the humidity. We had like a north wind, and it felt so good that I took off so that I could play outside. And I rearranged some stuff, and it doesn't look fabulous. It doesn't look transformed, but it's a little better. And I found some treasures too. So, and I saw a tiger swallowtail, my first one of the season, and I got to video it. So come along with me, I'll show you what's been happening. A lot of things have gotten scraggly and I've had to cut things back. But I pulled the fountain out and put it back in the center here. And I've decided what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have a hybrid kind of deal. I'm going to do a circle garden in the center, but it's going to have a wider path because I don't want to not be able to walk through the garden. I mean, I do like to do that, and it got a little crazy. So now I'm going to make a wider path here and have plants line like both sides, but not let them get crazy, and be able to walk up through the center and then walk around this fountain. Now, of course, there are lots of scraggly holes right now because I basically took everything that was good in the garden and I brought it here, and you can see things are not at their peak anymore. But yeah, I'm really enjoying being able to have the fountain in the center right here, and I can see it from the kitchen window and I can see it from the guest window too. But yeah, so I'm liking this. This is making me happy again, and I'll get down like this so it looks a little bit better. Yeah, 'cause it's not as scraggly. So I cut back a bunch of the bubblegum petunias, and then I just drug them all out here. So this is kind of fun again. But if I pan anywhere else, you can see just how much of a mess and how naked and bare everything else is. And I will just show you because I got my husband to come out here and look, and he was just like, but where's the garden? Where did it go? And I said, I cut it back. He was like, but where is it? So a lot of this stuff, I have a lot of holes to fill. I have a big mess. There's a lot of work to do, a lot of work. And then I should have trimmed, and this is going to be something that hopefully I will remember for next year. I should have trimmed the salvia. I let them get gross and scraggly, and now I just don't even know if there's any coming back from them. I mean, just look, that's just horrible. And then there's the base of it. Yuck. That wishbone flower that's growing up in the bog garden is pink. I need to get it out of here and put it in a little pot because it will grow as lovely and lush as the other ones. And here's a little bit of drama that's going on. So if you want to know whether a Venus flytrap can actually eat a snail, apparently it can't. See, look, it's rotting out the side. So Venus flytraps can't digest a snail. That's what I'm gathering from this tail right here. Look, y'all, there is a giant swallowtail caterpillar on this lemon tree. Now, this is the lemon tree that froze and died, and I cut it down, and it's just grown up out of the roots. I mean, out of the stump. So, and I've noticed that there are a lot of swallowtail, well, there is a lot of swallowtail activity around here, so there probably are more caterpillars. but they love fresh growth. So if you see something eating your citrus trees down to a nub, that's what it is, giant swallowtails. I've been looking for signs of Gulf fritillaries on my passion flower vine and have not seen any signs of them at all. But I have seen lots of different butterflies. This is actually where I saw the tiger swallowtail, but this looks way more successful and happy than the back garden. And I haven't done anything to it at all except just let it grow. I've got to show you this weed that I've got growing in my front yard. It's called like scabbers masla, and it's not, of course, it's not native to here. It's been introduced from Asia, and it's got these tiny little flowers on it. Let me see if I can show you. They're tiny. Okay, see that? We were out at our friend's farm in Magnolia Springs, and I saw butterflies all over this bush, and I was just like, what are they enjoying so much? And I went over to see what it was, and it was this. It was just like a whole kind of actually hedge of this stuff growing, and I actually have some growing here in my front yard. But I started ripping it out because I realized when I found out that it was not native, and it's a weed, I started ripping it out, but they love it. I mean, they were just all over it. I wish I had gotten some video of it, but I did not. But yeah, well, you can see right here, there's, what is that? I don't know what that is, but he's loving it. The beautyberry bush has just grown so tall and thick, and look at all these berries that we're gonna have. They'll be turning purple soon. I just used my Picture This app to figure out what kind of plant this is right here, and it's called orange grass. It is kind of a related to St. John's wort, and it's a native plant. Y'all, my bog garden is just like really, really special because all kinds of interesting plants are showing up in it that I didn't plant and that are native here. So that is just really, really neat. So I've got a new appreciation for this little tiny plant with these little yellow flowers. So very cool, orange grass. Another plant that has shown up in the bog garden is this, and it's called Handsome Harry. Isn't that a cute name? But it's meadow sweet. Look how lovely that flower is. They say that only bumblebees can pollinate it because other bees are not able to get the pollen off, which is kind of strange because look how open that flower is. But yeah, so this is also in the bog garden. Just so many treasures in here that I did not plant that just showed up, like this one right here. That one's got yellow flowers on it when they bloom. This plant is kind of hard to get a handle on because it's long and spindly, and it has these flowers on the end of it. Let's see if I can. Okay, you can see how it's got these little yellow flowers. Isn't that cool? It's called bog yellow-eyed grass, and isn't it cool that it is in the bog garden? And I didn't plant it, it just showed up here. This wingleaf primrose willow, this is the one that's going to have the yellow flowers on it when they open up. And it's a larval host plant for a butterfly that I can't recall. But it is taking center stage in the bog garden, coming up through the center. And I just noticed another, a little naughty plant. Well, it's not naughty, but you know, it's coming up where it really doesn't belong. But that is Wishbone Flower right there. That is a seedling of Wishbone Flower. And it doesn't really belong there with the sundews and the pincushion flower and the Venus flytrap. It'll get too big. I will have to yank it out. But y'all, this bog garden is just so fun. I'm appreciating it every time I come out here more and more. I've got 2 blooms on this hibiscus. It's called Flower of the Hour or Bladder Hibiscus. Isn't it lovely? Now this is the first time it's bloomed, and it looks like it's got buds like all over it. What's funny is when I first added the photo of it to my Picture This app, it thought it was okra. But what's cool is okra is related to hibiscus. I mean, they're in the same family. So this bloom does look rather like an okra bloom, and these blossoms do look like what okra looks like when it's growing on the plant. But this plant will turn colors for the autumn. It had a red color, and it's just a lovely plant. This is also in the bog garden. I just found this Spurred Butterfly Pea in my front yard. It is native, and it's a larval host plant for long-tailed skippers. Look at this. Here is a seed pod. Hopefully I can come back in. Now you can see this thing has just overtaken this poor little milkweed right here. I mean, look, it's real frothy. But this is a native, and I want to grow it. And I've been laughing to myself though, because I've just like, when I found it, I was like, what are you doing here? And I'm just imagining kind of like its response would be, hey, you know, I'm from here. I'm native. I belong here. What are you doing here? Isn't this just a pretty, pretty zinnia? I love all the petals. Wow. I am definitely going to save some seeds from this. Loving it. And I love the color too. So bright and fun. I like this zinnia too. It's kind of a pale pink. Yeah, saving some stuff from that. Look at these cute little zinnias right here. I got these seeds from an obliging seed head in one of just a random flower bed that I saw when I was out in public, and they had some dried up seeds, and I got some and I saved them and I threw them out here, and it's just such an interesting little color palette. And you know, this is all one plant, so it's all got these cute little different kind of stripes, and pink and yellow and orange, just very interesting. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this, and it just randomly popped up here because I threw these seeds in the gravel bed. The rest of the gravel bed looks terrible, but this little thing right here on the corner makes me really happy. Well, y'all, I don't recall ever wishing that summer would be over. Like, ever. I love summer, but this summer has been brutal, and I'm really looking forward to fall, and even winter. Let's see if I say that once winter comes. But yeah, this has been a brutal summer. I've even talked to people who've lived down here for 30 years, and they say this is the harshest summer that they've ever experienced in Orange Beach. And I guess, everyone else is too, because I've been checking the weather for other people, and it's so hot everywhere. And I hope that we'll get some reprieve soon. Thank God that fall's coming. But I hope that y'all have a wonderful week, and that, somehow you can get outside and play outside. And it's going to get better. It's going to be different. But God bless y'all. Y'all have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Let's play outside when we can. Bye.